Hotep, Black Power, giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors. As always, giving honor to my sister, Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul, my father, and the rest of my family and in-laws who are in the ancestral realm right now as we speak. All the brothers and sisters that are out there fighting for the liberation and salvation of the black nation. And to you all, peace to you all who have tuned in and have taken their time to receive this message. What I want to talk about today, and it's been on my mind and my heart, because I know a lot of y'all, even some of my subscribers, enjoy some of that hot topic gossip and all that type of shit, But what I want to really talk about today is an experience that I had yesterday that stood out from a lot of the work that I have been doing over the years. As y'all know, you well know that the street law soldiers, we hit the streets and we provide food, clothing, and shelter, and housing referrals. Thank you, honey. That's my queen in Zanga. She's providing me with this nutritional drink. For our brothers and sisters that are unfortunate. But last night, me and the queen encountered a young brother, a young god who, has the unfortunate situation of living on the streets. As a matter of fact, for those who know Washington, D.C. very well, you know that 2nd and K Streets, under that underpath, is an array of tents. Approximately like 40, 50, maybe more than that, or less than that. And these brothers and sisters, live in these tents where, they've been bitten by rodents, squirrels, possums. Their tents have been pecked open by crows, and vultures and whatnot. And, some of them have encountered a lot of different infections and infectious diseases that require some immediate and serious medical attention. However, last night, this brother who lives in the tent and appeared to be pretty healthy, but a young man, and you can tell that he just had an array of situations that led to him being on the street. He told me that he didn't know where his mother was located in for several years, and he's just been, in straight street survival mode in terms of, he tried the drug dealing and whatnot, and, has been robbed a couple of times and realized that that's not in his, in his DNA to, be a cruddy ass drug dealer, as far as poisoning the community to receive, and currency. So, we gave him a few dollars, and, we held some conversations with him, and, he's doing his best to try to get on his feet. He's bathing in supermarket bathrooms and the like. And, it's pretty rough for this brother. However, he had revealed to us last night that, the tent next to him, the guy next to him, he didn't see him for a while and assumed that he was asleep. That the guy, because the guy's a heroin addict, and, he just assumed that he probably was just, beat and was in there resting. But he began to see blood come from under the tent. And this was an unusual amount of blood. And another day had went by where the blood had begun to, the plasma had begun to, exit the blood, and it turned black. So they notified the paramedics, and found out the brother had been deceased. Actually, he was murdered and his throat was cut, you know, from ear to ear, based on what the brother was saying. And the way that he explained it, you know, was like, you know, like somebody stole a sandwich from him that he just bought. And that's the mindset that they have to be in, to not, you know, to not allow, you know, any type of compassion or sympathy for anyone to enter their minds and hearts. Because in order to be out there in the streets, they have to have a solid, cold-blooded survival, kill or be killed mentality. And, you know, I wanted to share that to just to give a message to a lot of our brothers and sisters out there, that a lot of times when you see, you know, our brothers and sisters in front of these stores, you know, begging for change, because I did a couple of video clips on that. You know, that's a lot of them. I'll say 70% of them, you know, are trying to, you know, get high and all that type of shit. You know, but you have that small percentage that actually need the money and will actually do what is necessary to remove themselves and lift themselves up and get out of that situation. And he was one of those brothers. And I really, you know, I didn't feel sorry for him, don't get me wrong, because we're all in the same boat. Some of our situations are better than others, but we're all in the same boat. Because once again, like I always say, it doesn't matter your status, your situation. Because when that white motherfucking cracker pull you over, you are just a nigga. So status, how much money you got, none of that shit matters. If you run into the the right motherfucking pig, then it's going to be on. You're just a nigga. It doesn't matter what you have to offer. You know, all they want is a reason to execute your ass and get away with it. And not have to deal with a court trial or any of that media coverage or any of that. You know, just pull a bullet in you because you are a black nigga to them. So, you know, it's 38,000 black men and women that sleep on the streets of Washington, D.C. And I have explained to you all before, don't get this shit twisted about the nation's capital and Obama and all that bullshit, because Obama allowed this shit to happen. He literally stepped over black people that were sleeping in front of the White House, because you have at least 700 to 800 black men and women that sleep at the White House gate. And they've been there, some of them been there for years. You know, so, you know, it's just not all about Trump, because, you know, Obama set the pattern and the trend for this situation to continue. Now, all you Obama motherfucking fans, you know, who got fucked over. See, a lot of y'all still rooting for Obama, you crackers, because he's a mulatto, and some of you niggas, because you think by him having a tan and being a mulatto, that was something motherfucking, you know, historical and courageous. But how have you benefited from it? You answer that. And see, the only blacks that will disagree with me are you bougie ass government motherfucking workers, or some of you all that, you know, that you are established, that you are financially settled, that you live in one of these big motherfucking homes on the outskirts of Washington, D.C. Because I have heard some of you motherfucking niggas, black people, say that you live out there in Akakeek, Fort Washington, Clinton, Columbia, Maryland, Towson, and now you're too good to come into the city. I've heard some of you motherfuckers say that. Oh, I don't go into Washington. Oh, no, that's Southeast. Oh, hell no. Motherfucker, you came from Southeast. And most of y'all got out there because you're government workers and you probably had a lawsuit or two and your grandmother and grandparents have passed and you are living off that motherfucking insurance policy money. And now you have become too good to break bread with your motherfucking brethren. But you know, the ancestors will never forget that. Never forget that. You don't have to worry about, whether you will be, because see, by you going to your mega church, you think, that you've been told that you're going to go to heaven, because, you pay motherfucking tithes, so, talking about that shit, got me a little warm, because, a lot of our people, have become so motherfucking, separated and disconnected from the reality of the black struggle, that they have completely forgot what it is like to survive. What it is like to damn near go without a meal in the evening. To see your children suffer. To see your children hungry. To tell your children and your babies that they cannot get nothing from the ice cream truck or anything from the store because we are barely eating. You have completely forgot that shit. And I can't stand you niggas for that. You type of niggas make me sick. And don't think, karma's gonna come to you too. Everybody has to pay a price. Everybody has to pay a price. And I have taken, by working with the youth, I have taken youth out in the outskirts of DC, for youth programs and the like. And they have experienced people that so-called want to help the youth, but they were literally clenching their purses and pocketbooks when these babies were walking down the aisle. Because they have been blessed somehow financially where, they don't have to suffer. And their babies and their children and their grandchildren don't have to endure the possibility of being sexually violated. Of being shot in a drive-by by just going out front and sitting on the porch, jumping rope or whatever. Or playing hopscotch and have a bullet in the head. Living with rats and roaches, every day by day by day by day. Having to go to school hungry, not able to concentrate because they don't know what to expect when they get out of school and when they go home. And some of you motherfucking bougie niggas that have money, you have money to make a large donation and say, let everybody in the community, let's put $100,000 together and give it to an organization and let's make a contribution to build this breakfast program for the babies in the hood when they get up in the morning. And the Street Law Soldiers and Shaka Sankofa and other organizations, in conjunction, you know, can provide these babies, you know, with hot pancakes, scrambled eggs, turkey sausage, a glass of milk or orange juice, and a prayer and a libation before they go into the school each morning. And then when they get out of school, you know, have a dinner program set up. You know, hot sliced turkey, mashed potatoes and gravy, you know, greens, fresh greens, juice, hot rolls. Let them play PlayStation. You know, what's that carjacking shit, not that bullshit. You know, Pac-Man or something in that, you know, something in that area, in that range. You know, let them do that for an hour and then give them African studies. You know, let them study African history. You know, Kemetic history. And then make sure that they get home in the evenings. These things can happen at the drop of a hat. But a lot of you niggas are so selfish and ornery and so vindictive and full of self-hate. Because those of you, and this is for you niggas, you Negroes, you know, who make $100,000 a year, $100K a year, you know, that live in these big homes. They come to the city and suck them dry from the money, from the government. You drive in the city every morning and drain the fucking budget, and then you go out into the wilderness, into the sunset, and live a lavish life. Think about that. You know, while your brothers and sisters, because you're dealing with self-hate, and while your brothers and sisters and these babies live in these project housing, which are nothing, the projects look just like the penitentiary. For those who ever been in a real prisoner penitentiary, the penitentiary and the projects damn near look alike. You know, so, you know, we can make this shit happen. You know, and feed these children. You know, why you sleep on a $4,000 motherfucking mattress and bed? You know, they have to share a roach-infested, mice-infested couch with 2 or 3 of their other siblings. While people run in and out of the house all night long because the mother has an addiction to crack and she's sodomized 5 and 6 times a night. You call it tricking, but it's really rape with consent for a piece of that rock. And she's sodomized 5 or 6 times a day, orally. Think if that was your mother, or you were in that position. So how dare you motherfucking bougie? That's why I have a despise for you motherfuckers. I have a despise for y'all. Because you have forgotten the black struggle. And you have left a lot of your neighbors when you were in the hood, you left them behind. You have no contact with them no more. Because you think you have become better than them. While they are still there surviving. But this is the kicker. They're far more stronger than you. You become weak and soft. You don't even have calluses on your hands no more. Your hands have shrunk. You don't have, you men, I call you males, you don't have that rigor no motherfucking more. Because you've been wearing silk motherfucking boxers. Your motherfucking ass done got soft. Your feet are soft. You don't have that rigor no more. the soldier in this, the G in you is gone. You know, and and let me tell you this: you can never get that back. You can never get that back. It's gone. Your little ass is just as soft as butter, sitting on that Mercedes or that BMW seat. You're a pussy ass nigga. You done turned into a pussy. You know, because I don't know no one that lives out there that comes back and help. I don't know them. There may be some, but I don't know them. Shaka doesn't know them. You know, but I tell you this, and that's on everything. If I was fortunate enough to live out there, you know, I'll be coming back. I'll be coming back. I would do whatever I can to lift them babies above that situation. Above that situation. Because, you know, when they get of age, they got to go out and fend for themselves, so they got to get a pack and a ham and start hustling. And then in 2 years, a lot of them are already been murdered, laying in the alley. You know, the mother is too geeked out to even go out there, while the police, the coroner, and everybody's out there, while, you know, your son, you know, his face is full of ants and bugs, blood everywhere. Because he was just trying to eat and survive. You know, and so, see, these issues like that, that's the shit, you know, that raised my level of consciousness. You know. And that's why it's hard for you to run shit by me. Play them motherfucking games with me. You know. So, you know, brothers and sisters, that's, you know, that's what's been on my mind and my heart. Because, you know, if you are for black liberation and salvation, you always are thinking about your brothers and sisters. You know. And then some of y'all, you know, you think these crackers are going to really have your back. Let your ass get injured or go on enough leave where this cracker, that white supervisor you call your boss, you know, when his or her in-laws or little brother or niece comes down here from Seattle and needs a job, and if you miss one more day, they can legally let you go while you live out there in that big house. Just think, that might happen. Then when your unemployment runs out and your severance package, your ass will be right back in the hood. And I've seen cases like that. And the motherfuckers in the hood still think you got a little something. And they start taking your ass for bad, picking your ass apart, piece by piece. Then you'll know what it's like to bury a child. Because then your child, your son has to go out there and sling. See how that shit works? So, where do you stand in this piece? Where do you stand in this piece? Because the street law soldiers, you know, Shaka and Kofi, we're known all over the city. We help feed and clothe the people. And we always are asking, you know, for those who want to participate and help make a change. You know, by donation or, you know, clothing donation, you know, canned foods, money. You know, we need the help that we can get. You know, so, you know, you all know my number. You can call me 24 hours a day. And it's straight like that. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your response, you know, on how you feel about the situation and the dilemmas that the have-nots, you know, are faced with on a day-to-day basis. Hotel, Black Power.